have seen the devastation from 9/11 to Boston to San Bernardino. Hundreds upon hundreds of people from outside our country have been convicted of terrorism-related offenses in the United States courts. Right now, we have investigations going on all over. Hundreds of refugees are under federal investigation for terrorism and related reasons. We have entire regions of the world destabilized by terrorism and ISIS. For this reason, I issued an executive order to temporarily suspend immigration from places where it cannot safely occur.
And we just had a second court in Hawaii block that. Can't do it. It's going to go all the way to the Supreme Court now.
But let me give you the bad news. We don't like bad news, right? I don't want to hear. And I'll turn it into good. But let me give you,
giving you alternative
the
good
bad,
news.
the sad
That'll be the phrase.
news.
Yeah.
Moments ago, I learned that a district judge in Hawaii
Yep, there you go.
part of the much overturned Ninth Circuit Court
Oh, boo.
and I have to be nice, otherwise I'll get criticized for speaking poorly about our courts. I'll be criticized by these people, among the most dishonest people in the world. I will be criticized. I'll be criticized by them
in the world
for speaking harshly about our courts. I would never want to do that. A judge has just blocked our executive order on travel and refugees coming into our country from certain countries. The order he blocked was a watered-down version of the first order that was also blocked by another judge and should have never been blocked to start with.
Mm-hmm.
It just went to Andrew Jackson's grave today. He needs to say what Andrew Jackson
This new order was tailored to the dictates of the Ninth Circuit's, in my opinion, flawed ruling.
It is flawed.
He's just a judge. You can do it yourself.
In the opinion
It's not
of many,
constitutionally prohibited.
an unprecedented judicial overreach.
Mm-hmm. When we saw the last time this happened, it was very
The law and the
political.
Constitution give the president the
These
power
judges are
to suspend
inserting their
immigration
politics
when
into
he
the
deems,
justice
or
system.
she. Fortunately, it will not be Hillary she.
Oh my goodness. Can you guys imagine if we had to sit up here all night and listen to Hillary Clinton and her rallies? Talk about the 7 people in the crowd
I
and
need a puke bag.
He needs to exercise his rightful power. He needs to apply the separation of powers as Andrew Jackson did.
Channeling his inner Andrew Jackson on Jackson's birthday.
That's right.
Jackson was no softy,
When
too.
When he or she
If
deems
Bow Wow would have
it to be in
threatened
the
to pimp
national
Jackson's
interest
wife,
of our country.
Ooh, lock her up, champ.
oh, who started
Come
that?
on, Trump. Announce something. A special task force.
We still want her locked up.
A special pair of golden
We also have a lot of
handcuffs.
smart people here. Let me read to you
Ah.
directly from the federal statute. 212F of the immigration, and you know what I'm talking about, right? Can I read this to you? Listen to this. Now, we're all smart people. We're all good students. We're all everything. Some are bad students, but even if you're a bad student, this is a real easy one, let me tell
you
you.
can
Ready?
comprehend.
So here's the statute, which they don't even want to quote. when they overrule it.
They just want to bring you
it was put
fake
here
news.
for the security of our country. And this goes beyond me because there'll be other presidents. And we need this. And sometimes we need it very badly for security of our country. It says, now listen to how easy this is. Whenever the president finds that the entry of any aliens or any class of aliens would be detrimental to the interests of the United States, he may, by proclamation, and for such period as you see, it wasn't politically correct because they should have said he or she. You know, today they'd say that. But that's all.
Or G.
Actually, that's the only mistake they made. As he shall deem necessary, suspend the entry of all aliens or any class of aliens as immigrants or non-immigrants, or impose on the entry of aliens any restrictions he may deem to be appropriate. In other words, if he thinks there's danger out there, he or she, whoever is president, can say, I'm sorry, folks, not now, please. We got enough problems.
He or she, but not Hillary.
Well, you have the power. Use it.
Exactly.
We're talking
And hopefully,
about
quoting that, he's going to use
the
it.
safety of our nation, the safety and security of our people.
That's right.
Now, I know you people aren't skeptical people, because nobody would be that way in Tennessee. Right? Nobody. Not Tennessee. You don't think this was done by a judge for political reasons, do you? No. This ruling makes us look weak, which, by the way, we
That's
no longer
exactly
are,
right.
believe me. Just look at our borders.
That's exactly right. The liberals have made this country into a weak
We're going to
joke.
fight this terrible
They
rule.
laugh at us around the world
We're
now.
going
Not
to
anymore.
take our case as far as it needs to go, including all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Boy, they thought they had that locked
We're
up,
going
didn't
to win. We're going to keep our citizens safe. And regardless, we're going to keep our citizens safe. Believe me.
How dare he? What a
Even
Russian agent.
What power does a judge
Liberal
have?
Democratic
doesn't
lawyer
have
Alan Dershowitz,
Exactly.
good lawyer,
Neither does the
just
Supreme
said
Court.
that we
Right.
would win this case before the Supreme Court of the United States.
I mean, it's listed. He
It
just
was the
read
Supreme
section.
Court that Andrew
Remember
Jackson
this,
said
I
he's
wasn't
made his ruling.
thrilled.
Let's see him enforce it.
Right.
But the lawyers all said, oh, let's tailor it.
Wait till
This
Gorsuch
is
gets
a
confirmed.
watered-down version of the first one.
They have
This is a
separation of powers, not the
watered-down
traditional
version.
version. It's not their
And let me
authority.
tell you something. I think we ought to go back to the first one and go all the way, which is what I wanted to do in the first one.
Seriously, that's the thing. They try to break you down, give them an
danger is
inch, they
clear.
take a mile.
The
That's
law
what they're.
is
That's their
clear.
Alinsky
The need
plan.
for my
Chip, chip, chip
executive
away.
order is clear. I was elected to change our broken and dangerous system.
Exactly.
And thinking in government that has weakened and endangered our country and left our people defenseless.
You should have,
my God, how
you should
dare
have the
you,
Justice
God.
Department go in and say, you have
And I will
no
not stop
authority
fighting
over
for
this.
the safety
Goodbye.
of you and your
We're gonna do it.
families. Believe me, not today, not ever. We're going to win it. We're going to win it.
To tell the judicial system you have no jurisdiction, no authority in this issue.
We're going to apply common sense. We're going to apply intelligence. And we're never quitting. And we're never going away. And we're never, ever giving up. The best way to keep foreign terrorists, or as some people would say in certain instances, radical Islamic terrorists from attacking our country, is to stop them from entering our country in the first place.
You should also go on the offensive and impeach that judge who violates the law for political
We'll
purposes.
take it. But these are the problems we have. People are screaming, break up the Ninth Circuit. And I'll tell you what,
Impeach them.
that Ninth Circuit, you have to see, take a look at how many times they have been overturned with their terrible decisions. Take a look.
People have asked me for 20 years, Alex, why don't you have firearms and firearms accessory sponsors? And the answer is, it's a minefield. Well, in 2016, things changed. And Tennessee Arms, that is the founders, the inventors, the leaders, they defended it in court of the resin lowers with the brass inserts that in many cases go further than even aluminum or steel manufacturing. 30 to 60,000 rounds by third-party reviewers. This is the best system out there, and we're talking a third the price of leading competitors. This is how it works. You order customized or straight from the factory, however you want it. It is shipped on the next business day to you and your family, and a percentage of the profit goes to fund the defense of this republic. You cannot lose. You're funding the info war. You're getting the highest quality product, the most tested, the most durable, the most certified, the most believed in. You need to have this true piece of America ready in minutes.